Board Member Teeter.
Here.
Board Member Carson.
Present.
Board Member Diaz.
Here.
Board Member McEldowney.
Here.
Board Member Elliott.
Present.
Board Member Douglas.
Present.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Thank you. For the record, we are all here this evening. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. I'm open for a motion and a second to approve the minutes of July 17th, 2017. Mr. Amador.
Move to approve meeting minutes for July 17, 2017.
Thank you. Mr. Teeter?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion's carried. For the one and only item on the agenda is the public hearing. Ordinance NIGID 159. I'm going to open the public hearing and invite the staff to make their presentation. Mr. Kearns.
Thank you again, Mayor and council members. Appreciate getting to be here. A last component of a case we addressed earlier. This is for the Landing Place Church property north of East 112th Avenue, west of Chambers Road. Again, ordinance NIGID-159. The subject property is currently being annexed, as we've discussed this evening, and is proposed for C1 and ag zoning. It is currently vacant, and future, I guess it'd be commercial, potential residential, and ag uses. The surrounding property is, excuse me, property is not in the GID. The PUD to the west, the PUD to the east is in the GID, and it will be included in the South Adams County Water and Sewer District. Staff recommends that the NIGID Board approve the ordinance allowing for the inclusion of the Landing Place Church for property with PIN number 172-306-000009 into Commerce City Northern Range Infrastructure General Improvement District, and the applicant has met all of the requirements for inclusion.
Thank you. All right. Is there any questions from the GID Board for the staff at this time? Seeing none, does the applicant have anything they'd like to come forward and address the board with this matter? Seeing none, is there anyone in the audience who'd like to come forward and address the board on this matter? Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing. And I'm open for a motion to introduce ordinance NIGID 159 on first reading. Mr. McEldowney.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to introduce ordinance NIGID 159 by the board as seated.
Thank you. Mr. Bullock.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Will the city attorney please read the title?
Ordinance NIGID 159, an ordinance including certain lands into the City of Commerce City Northern Infrastructure General Improvement District.
Thank you. Ask for a roll call vote. For the record, ordinance is introduced unanimously by the Board of Directors this evening. And if there be no further business to come before the Northern Infrastructure General Improvement District this evening, except for Mr. Douglas over at the end, I'll wait. Mr. Douglas.
We'll go ahead and join this meeting. I just want to say one more thing when we're done.
No, I was going to close the meeting. You have to do it while the meeting's still
Okay.
open.
Thank you. I just want to also say that prior to going to Washington, D.C., I received these federal legislative guidebooks, and they're very helpful handing these out to other cities. Their eyes are wide open when I handed this and explained our issues. Other cities had theirs on paperwork like this, where we had a booklet. I did come out with a few federal and a lot of states, realizing that Michelle made some copies. I went over to Kinko's and got extra copies, but these are a big hit, and people were asking, how could these be done? So,
Yeah, we're a step ahead, Steve.
yeah, I'm proud of our staff for making us look good. So appreciate that.
Thanks to Michelle for that and our staff. They do a great job making sure we have all the things we need when we go to do business, especially in Washington. And for the candidates that are in the audience, if you guys would like a book, or those that are watching from home, on our federal advocacy books after this meeting, please see Mr. Douglas. He'll make sure you have one. All right, if there be no further business to come before the Board of Directors, and then Northern Infrastructure General Improvement District, we're adjourned for birthday cake.
Birthday cake.